Hey everybody, I hope you're as excited as I am about this hair tutorial. I'm going to show you how I just get a really easy, I don't want to call it a beachy look, but just like a not curled, not straight, just kind of a messy look. So I have already washed my hair. Last night I did this. So I washed my hair last night, put some oil in it in the ends, and a little bit of product in it, heat protector, and then blew it dry last night. I did do a little workout this morning, so, but it's still feeling nice and fresh. I don't wash my hair, but every like 2 to 3 days, so that is fine. So I'm gonna jump into it. The first thing I'm gonna do is actually straighten my hair. My hair is a little bit wavy naturally, and you can see it's not exactly straight right now, especially not around my hairline up here. So I'm gonna straighten it really quickly and then come back and get into the good stuff. Okay, I'm back, hair straight. Again, the reason that I do that is because it really is best, especially if your ends are straight, to do this look. So, just like when I straightened it, I'm gonna go kind of layer by layer, and actually I did not go low enough with that layer. The back of my hair tends to be much thicker than the front, which I hate. That's actually one of my least favorite things about my hair, but it's fine. It is what it is. So I have to like kind of get down here in the bottom because you're not going to do every strand or every lock of hair, but especially like when my hair is flipped forward, I want there to be a little bit of texture back here. So that's the reason I do it. So I'm going to start over on this side, and to straighten my hair, I just used my old cheese straightener, which I absolutely hate. So if you guys have another one that you really love that's a reasonable price, let your girl know. So to curl my hair, I'm gonna use this Hot Tools curling iron, which I love. I love this curling iron. It was, I think, 40 bucks. Such a good deal. And I'm not gonna do this first piece here. I'm gonna go back to another piece. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kind of start at the top, don't go all the way to the root. And then I'm gonna leave, you can see, about an inch, inch and a half of the ends out. Just hold it on there for a little bit and then twist it out. So what that does is that just kind of gives you can kind of see that lock of hair there, almost more of like a beachy wave versus like a spiral curl. A lot of people get this look by curling their hair with their straightener. I cannot figure out how the hell to do that. Like it is not a talent I have. So I just stick with the curling iron and I make that work for me. I do curl all of these pieces in the same direction, which is away from my face, which you don't have to do, but that's just kind of how I do it. So again, another piece, not all the way to the root. I like to kind of let it set in the middle there for a minute before I go a little bit longer, let it set a little more. There we go, another little beachy wave. Okay, and then go back here, do the same thing. Oh, I just got my hair, that hurt. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this layer of hair and then move on to the next, but I'm kind of speed it up a little bit so I'm not taking all day here. Okay, moving on to the next layer of my hair, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'll maybe start over here and hope that you guys can see it. So I'm gonna just take a hunk right here, leave some of these straight pieces, and again, just kind of start in the middle, twist it, let it set for a minute. Notice the ends are out. We're gonna go a little bit farther down, but not too much. And then when you do this, you can even like pull on it just a little bit, but see, you get the straight end, kind of a loose, beachy wave. I'm gonna go back here, and you wanna just randomly grab pieces of hair because again, we don't want it to be too put together, but we want it to have like a nice texture vibe to it, okay? So again, go ahead and pull that one out. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Okay, so I'm gonna complete the rest of this layer and then come back and show you how I do the top. Got that layer of hair done, and you can easily see that not every piece of hair is curled, and we do want to leave some of those guys straight. So I'm going to move on to the next layer. My bangs are finally getting long enough for this to look good. Hallelujah. But I'm not going to actually curl my bangs. I'm going to go start like back here-ish and just put a little texture back here, because I want things to fall nicely around my face. And so I'll kind of show you how I do my bangs here in a second. Okay, so there's my first little curl. Again, I'm just kind of going to kind of, holy cow, go piece by piece, not do every piece. When it comes to the back, I'm gonna kind of just like randomly do some pieces, and then I will take a mirror and actually look at the back to make sure that it looks okay. Because you know, there's gonna be some spots where it's like, looks like there's no curl, or it's like too flat, like right here. We don't want it to be too flat, but the nice thing about this too is that you can kind of vary the curl by like how long you hold the curling iron on there. So I'm gonna do another little piece here. Inevitably, you're gonna end up curling probably more of the top of your hair than any other layer, which sucks because then it gets the most damage, but that's just the way it is. So I will start at the front on this side and curl these back, but again, it's gonna be a loose curl. It's not gonna be anything too tight, too intense. You can kind of see that, yep. And then just go back here. I'm gonna take this piece. Again, I'm still not going all the way to the root with it, and I am leaving a decent chunk of the ends out. So we've already straightened the ends. So the other thing that this does is give your ends a little bit of a break from all that heat damage, because if you straightened your ends and then went through and curled everything to the end, you're like really putting some heat on those bad boys. So it's just good, better for your hair to knot, and that's kind of the look right now, to have those straight messy ends. I do have some cowlicks back here, so I kind of have to do things a little bit differently in the back. I'll try to just kind of like change the direction basically of my curl in the back. Just to keep things interesting and, whoops, make sure that it all flows together back there. And then with my bangs, you'll see I have all this that's straight in the front, which I'm gonna leave it straight. But one thing I am gonna do is just kind of run my curling iron over it so that it like flows back, and you'll see kind of what happens then when I finish it. So I'm gonna grab my little mirror and look. Sorry, I gotta. Ooh, so you can see I have some places like here and here that are a little too flat. So I'm gonna pop another curl in here and on the other side. It's crazy that we work this hard to get like a messy look. Yeah, it's wild. I always tell my boyfriend he does not know how good he has it or like how hard it is to be a girl. I think he doesn't understand, but hopefully if he watches some of these videos, he will get a better understanding of how hard it is just to look natural. Okay, take a little peek again. Yeah, that's much better. Make sure there's nowhere else that really looks like it needs anything. Okay, so I am going to let the curls cool a little bit. That's really important. You don't want to go straight in to messing them up. So let everything cool a little bit, and then I'll come back and show you how I've had adequate time to curl, holy cow, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like kind of fluff it up a little bit. So not pulling out all the curl, but almost pulling everything up. I don't know why I do that, but it works. So then I'm gonna take this teasing comb. This is made by Tease, T-E-A-Z-E by Philips. I don't know, I've had it forever. I think I got it at Sally's, but this is the ultimate teasing comb, and it's a lot nicer on your hair than just ratting it with a normal comb. So all I'm gonna do is just pop in here under this first top layer on the side, in the back, on the other side. To give it some body, I'm gonna go again on another layer underneath that on all three of those. And the reason that I do that or I stack the teasing is because I feel like it just holds up a little bit, and you don't want the top of your hair to look really high. You want it all to like look kind of big, you know, have a life. So you can see, even though I didn't curl my bangs, they kind of just go back with that front part. And then I really have been liking this Not Your Mother's, oh, you can't see that, there we go, After Curfew hairspray. And I live in Kansas and it is hot as heck right now. And so one of the things that you don't want to do is use too much hairspray. So I like this hairspray because you can use not very much and it actually works really well. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this stuff in the top to kind of hold everything up, and around the front especially. I'm almost out, I did not realize. I like to get my ends pretty good and in the back. Okay, so there you have it. There's a nice little, it needs a little bit more. A nice, easy, textured look that's not overdone for the summertime or anytime. And will still look good all day. And then also the nice part about this is that on day 2 and 3, yeah, I go 3 days without washing my hair, but you can put a little bit of dry shampoo in there and then just kind of touch up the top even, and you still have a really nice look. So it makes it easy for the days to come as well. So I hope this tutorial has helped you. I'll show you the back. And yeah, now you can have a good go-to messy look.